Trouble with executive function isn't a diagnosis or a learning disability on its own. But when kids have a weakness in this area, it impacts learning and everyday life. The term executive function may not be familiar to some parents. It refers to a group of important mental skills that allow us to set goals and get things done. There are three main areas of executive function: working memory, flexible thinking, and inhibitory control, which includes self-control. Working memory is the ability to keep information in mind so you can then put it to use. Flexible thinking is being able to see problems from multiple angles and find different ways to solve them. And self-control is the ability to stop before you respond on impulse, to control your attention and your behavior, and to manage your emotions. Kids who struggle with executive function often have trouble paying attention and focusing, organizing and planning, starting and completing tasks, and shifting focus from one task to another. It's important to know that executive function issues don't have much to do with intelligence. Kids with executive function issues can be just as smart as their peers who don't have these challenges. It's not clear exactly what causes executive function issues, but we're learning more all the time. Research using MRI shows that people who struggle with these skills have slower development in the parts of the brain that are responsible for executive function. There also seems to be a genetic component. Many kids who struggle with executive function have a parent who also does. Things in the environment could also play a role, including high stress, poor nutrition and sleep, lack of exposure to language, and low quality of caregiving. Problems with executive function are closely tied to ADHD, but kids with ADHD aren't the only ones who have trouble with these skills. For example, some kids with dyslexia have trouble with working memory, so even after they've become fluent readers, they might have problems with reading comprehension. They might have a hard time understanding a chapter they're reading because they can't remember what happened in the chapter before it. Executive function develops over time, so many kids find they have fewer challenges with it by the time they're young adults. But these problems don't always disappear completely. The good news is that there are ways parents and teachers can help kids improve executive function and learn strategies for working around their challenges. Classroom accommodations like extended time and preferred seating can help. So can tutoring and organization skills. Research shows that even brief interventions teaching kids how to pause and reflect before they respond leads to improved executive function and actual changes in how the brain functions. And for kids with ADHD, treatment for that disorder can often reduce the symptoms caused by weak executive function skills. With the right supports, kids with executive function issues can do as well in school as their peers and have an easier time managing the tasks and activities of daily life.